All right, so good morning. Today we're going to go over selling Energy Star. As you are aware, your property actually is an Energy Star property. So this is what we're actually going to go over today. So today in this training we're going to go over what is Energy Star, how we can sell it the best, so selling Energy Star, and then we'll go over any tools and references that we have available to make sure that you're familiar with where to find them and how you can use them. And of course, any questions and answers. So as far as the training goes, I would love for this training to be interactive and have you guys be able to speak as well. I know right now we're utilizing the chat box, but if you have access to add volume or a microphone device to your computer, please do. So we can make sure that we actually have you guys interacting and asking questions if need be. Right. So first thing we're going to go over is what is Energy Star. So Energy Star. So Energy Star is a government-backed program for energy efficiency, providing information that consumers and business rely on to make well-informed decisions. With partnering with Energy Star, we can help deliver cost-saving energy solutions to our residents. Each one of our apartment homes are Energy Star certified, which meet guidelines for energy set by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. One of the biggest things that separates an average apartment home compared to an Energy Star certified apartment home is the quality and depth of the inspection. So Energy Star certified properties use third-party verifiers called raters. These raters are trained to identify and measure energy efficient and green features of an apartment community. For example, in an Energy Star home, the raters will test the leakiness of the home, the entire building envelope, as well as the leakiness of the duct system to ensure they meet Energy Star requirements. So I actually didn't know a lot of the stuff I'm going through the training and learning it myself before while I was preparing, and I thought that was actually really cool that Energy Star actually is a government-backed program, and they actually use a third-party company to verify that their work is what it says it is and that it's certified. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so selling Energy Star. So this is where I'm going to have you guys answer me back, so I know I'm not talking alone on this call. You can either use the audio that you have. I would prefer you to use audio over the chat box, but if you only have chat box, then I understand. So what are some deciding factors when it comes to making a decision on an apartment home? So whenever you're talking to a prospect, what are some of the deciding factors that influence their decision on selecting your apartment there at Towers Spring Creek?
Location.
Okay, so location is one. What else besides location, Kai? What's your name?
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry. I would say amenities, floor level, and I would definitely say view.
Okay, so amenities, floor level, view. Okay. What was that?
I said price.
Oh, price. Yeah, price is the big one, right? All right, so the rent price. Okay. Any other ones you guys can think of, or you think that's probably pretty much some of the key factors that we're looking at when deciding? Okay. So those are some good ones. So just so I make sure that I got this here, we have location, amenities, floor level, view, price. So those are all great ones. Those are all true. So one of the ones you said, price, so rental rate is a really big factor when it comes to making a decision on an apartment home. Location, that was one that Kai said. So location where you're at, if you're close to their place of business or maybe their place of where they like to entertain or spend most of their time at. So location is really big. Pet policy is one. So they may be a property that does not allow pets or a property that has a breed restriction list or whatnot. So pet policy is a big one. Lease term, some people just want a short-term lease or maybe want specific lease. Amenities, you guys did great. Amenities, floor level, view, those are all great amenity areas. And then last but not least, utility. So utility cost is actually a really big factor when it comes to deciding apartment homes. So when it comes to searching for the right apartment, we have prospects that take into the rental rate as their biggest decision factor. And the second factor are the additional fees. So additional fees being maybe amenity fee, pest control fee, trash, water, and utilities. So these extra fees can be vital to a prospect deciding if the apartment fits into their monthly spending budget. So myself, when I'm looking for an apartment, yes, I look at the rate and I make sure that that fits into the budget I'm looking for. And a lot of times, as a person looking for an apartment, you're just like, oh, I don't want to go over $700 a month or 800. You're not taking into consideration the rest of the fees that are adding on top of that, especially when it comes to utilities. So this is something we can actually help reduce the cost of when it comes to Energy Star and kind of give them a good idea of what they can be expecting. All right, so one of the top questions asked on an apartment tour or a leasing call is, how much are estimated utilities for the apartment home? So have you guys ever gotten asked this question before? Whether they're asking you how much are utilities here for the 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, or whatever floor plan you have? So PS as well, if you guys answer me and answer questions, I'm actually giving gift cards for participation. It's just as
Wait, Eric. Sorry. Eric, sorry, our line's like a little mumbly, so I had to get up a little quick. Did you ask how much our additional fees are?
No, I was asking, do you ever get the question either on a tour or on a phone call, how much are the estimated utilities for the apartment home?
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time, right? So what is your usual answer when it comes to that question?
For electricity, I always say it depends on what provider you go with, but we are an Energy Star community, so it's not going to be as much as your average bill.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually just give them like a range.
I usually say 15 to 30%.
Okay, so 30% is usually what their utility bill is? Oh, saving.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually what you're saving, because that's what it says on the Energy Star flyer. And in our first training, it said that it's usually anywhere from like, I think it's 5 to 13 or 15% on what they'll be saving than an average bill, than a normal bill.
Got it. So either one of you guys live on property?
I do.
Okay.
I live on property too.
All right, so you guys both do. How would y'all say that living on one of the W3 properties compares to maybe one of your other locations you lived at before that are not Energy Star properties on your electric?
I have my AC on all the time, and somehow I'm still only at $30. So that's a lot of money saved from a normal apartment community.
So I cook a lot, and I have like 15 wall plugs everywhere inside of the house.
I've always done.
And my laptop is always like charging and stuff, and TV and like portable speakers and stuff are always on. And my bill, I live in the biggest 1 bedroom, and my bill's usually anywhere from like 50 to 100, just depending.
Nice.
Wow. So I just moved here from Houston, and I had a 1 bedroom like study. And granted, it was probably built like in the 80s. I'm sorry, the 80s, and it was a townhouse. My electric bill was about $300 a month, and this is like even during the winter and the colder months. And I rarely home. It just always seemed to eat all my utility away and everything.
Yeah.
And now I'm at a 1 bedroom at one of our properties, and I'm paying like kind of like what Kai's paying, like under $30, like 17 to 20ish a month. So I'm like totally like, this is crazy. This is very nice. I can deal with this.
For sure.
All right. So those are some great answers. What you guys are telling your prospects right now, and that is something that you're always getting asked. So I want to kind of give you guys some extra tools of what you can say when it comes to this particular question and how you can sell Energy Star a little better. So selling Energy Star, so utilities can represent a significant monthly expense. Often 10 to 15% of your monthly rent is usually kind of what your utilities are. So when it comes to utilities, these are some of the utilities that are factored into Energy Star and what we're saving. So lighting, heating and air conditioning, refrigerators, water heaters, and plumbing equipment. So even when it comes to Energy Star, it's not just pertaining to your electric bill. It's also pertaining to your water as well, as far as what that bill is and how it actually is accumulated. So the efficiency of appliances, products in your apartment, such as lighting, heating, air conditioning, refrigerators, water heaters, can determine what your monthly energy bill will be, as well as the flow and flush rates of plumbing equipment like your toilet and shower can impact your water bill as well. I know a lot of times that older homes or older apartments, you have those restrooms where you flush and then you hear it filling and filling. It just continues to always sound like it's going, and you have to go and jiggle it to stop it. With our communities, you're seeing a better flow and flush system, and even the equipment that we use actually is a lot more high tech as well too. Okay, so prior to today's training, last week I sent out a survey form for you to fill out, asking a few questions to test your knowledge on Energy Star. So one of the questions asked was, if your property is certified, give me some examples of what makes it Energy Star certified. So these are actually some of the answers that I got back from the survey. So let's see. Kai, can you read the first one?
Argon gas-filled windows, LED lighting, smart meters for consistent humidity and temperature control. Cellulose sound reducing insulation well above the industry standard, 18 plus inches of insulation. Whirlpool stainless steel energy efficient appliances. Green space throughout the community, trees and trails.
Okay, so is this anybody on the call?
Do I read the next one?
Sure.
Energy Star certified appliances.
Okay, you can read the next one as well.
Aragon in the Windows low energy appliance package. That's actually one of the spills I always use.
Yeah, argon.
I always say the certain type of glass they use for the windows it's a different type of grade in comparison to
it's a
your normal, yeah.
It's a noble gas that's really good at conducting thermal heat and and keeping things cool if you want it cool, or keeping things warm if you want it to be warm.
So before you guys started with W3, did y'all know what argon in the windows were? Argon glass filled windows were?
I did not know, actually.
I did not either. I learned last week. That's pretty cool. I may be moving to a house in a couple months, and I was like, I need those type of windows. That's really cool. I see appliances, LED lighting, plumbing, argon, gas in the windows, AC heating units, water heater, appliances, insulation, Energy Star certified appliances, low flow toilet, low flow shower heads, LED lights, cost per month. Somebody put qualified TVs, qualified appliances. So I don't know about the TVs. I want to doubt that that's not an Energy Star certified particular appliance. Our properties either meet or exceed Energy Star specs from heating and cooling to lighting, recyclable cellulose, double pane windows, thicker blinds, plumbing fixtures, appliances, HVAC, thermostats, water heater, lighting bulbs. So we got a lot of good answers back from the survey itself, so you guys are actually pretty familiar with what Energy Star certified particular areas and specifics are. So I think that's awesome. But no, qualified TVs, unfortunately, no. That's not an Energy Star certification spec. All right, so let's discuss some of the features that make our apartment homes Energy Star certified. So we kind of already said some of those in what you mentioned on the survey. So I just want to make sure we kind of reiterate what some of these are. So argon glass windows, we just talked about that. It provides thermal efficiency with a double pane gas. It reduces the transfer of heat through the windows. So during the winter, the heat stays in, and in the summer, the heat stays out. So that's pretty cool. There's extensive extra insulation, 18 inches of insulation. We have high performance windows, efficient duct systems, consistent temperature from room to room, fresh and filtered air. And what I like about that, just to go back, that consistent temperature from room to room, I can actually leave all the doors in my apartment open as far as closet, bedroom, bathroom. Not like like the interior doors, and it still will get a consistent temperature throughout the living room, throughout the bedroom, opposed to if you're in an older home and you're trying to get the temperature right into the room, you have to close the doors and have the air circulating in one room so it can actually reach that temperature. Fresh and filtered air. So we actually have a filter system that we actually use that we're actually above the scoring on that, and I'll go over that in just a second. We have humidity controlled homes and efficient products and appliances, plumbing equipment, LED lighting, and like you guys mentioned earlier, green spaces. So these are some of the specs when it comes to selling Energy Star as far as what we have to offer with W3. Okay, so let's go over this one here. This is the duct ceiling. So, we'll review some of the examples of Energy Star homes requirements when it comes to ducts and moisture management. So on the left here, you see an example of duct sealing. Our building includes a sealed and tested duct system as an Energy Star requirement to maximize performance and comfort provided by the HVAC system. Duct systems in indoor air plus homes are also covered during construction or vacuumed out upon final inspection. This helps avoid sawdust, drywall, and other construction debris from being distributed throughout the home and potentially damaging the HVAC components or reducing the system performance. So we do duct sealing to make sure that the ducts do not have any openings or any cracks or crevices where things and debris can actually get into it upon construction in the building of our homes. And as you guys know, a lot of our apartments are, either on lease up or maybe they're a year old or maybe a little older than that, but they're all fairly new and fairly constructed. So just you kind of have an idea of what that looks like. This is what the duct system looks like. This is one of the certifications when it comes to Energy Star. All right, so moisture and water management features. This is actually on top of the apartment homes, the roofing area. So as you can see here, these professionals are installing a waterproof membrane at the valley of the roof. This is an example of what construction features are designed to keep water out of the homes. And this is a requirement for all the Energy Star properties. So a lot of our roofing areas on top of our apartment communities, they all have this waterproof membrane that kind of keeps any leakage, any kind of water moisture that's getting into our apartment homes. So how does moisture affect air quality? So the answer to that is moisture in a home can lead to mold, mildew, and durability issues as well as health risks. So for those that are on the call right now, Kim, are you on the call? Just curious.
Yep.
Okay. So Kim, you've been in the, I know just from talking with Kim, she's been in the property management business for quite a while. So Kim, what is one of the things when it comes to mold or mildew? Do you recall the bad word terminology was like mold or black mold that we couldn't actually say in the industry?
Kim stepped out of the office currently. Janine went to restroom. It's just me right now.
Poor guy, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, you're fine.
All right, so yeah, I was just letting her know. So when it comes to moisture and mildew, back in the day, we weren't allowed to even say the word mold. The word was just moisture or mildew. So Energy Star takes a really big step in trying to make sure that we're covered in that area where we can actually prevent it. All right, so another great selling point, especially for prospects who suffer from allergens like myself, are the filters that we use. So we actually use these MERV 8 filters, but actually we use MERV 9. So another feature included in our apartment homes is the installation of the MERV 8 filters. These filters trap most pollen, dust, mites, other potential allergens as air passes through the HVAC system. MERV stands for minimum efficiency reporting value. The higher the number, the better the filter. So like I said, we actually use a MERV 9. The base requirement for Energy Star certified homes is a MERV 6. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So if you look at the little graph we have right here to the left, you can actually see what are some of the things that the filter actually catches before it actually can even go through the HVAC system. Okay. So just so you're a little aware, a little more about Energy Star. These are actually Energy Star's 4 pillars of an Energy Star certified home. So, Kai, can you read what those are right there? To the left here, you'll see, oops, no, that one. These 4 right here, starting with peace and ending with food.
Yes. Peace of mind, enduring quality, wall-to-wall comfort, and proven value.
Awesome. So these are the 4 pillars of Energy Star. So peace of mind. We want to improve confidence in their customer satisfaction with having that third-party verification, which are raters. Like you said, enduring quality. So we want to have high durability, whole house approach, and then enhanced climate control, weather sealed for that wall-to-wall comfort, and then more energy efficient for higher resale. So those are some of the different pillars that Energy Star actually guarantees us as a Energy Star property.
Oh, could you go back right quick?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Sure. All right. So now that we went over some of the features that make us Energy Star efficient, let's talk about how we compare with our competitors that may not be Energy Star certified. So let's look at apartment A. So this apartment is not an Energy Star certified community. So this one here we have apartment A. The annual utilities for this particular home is $1,650 a year. So plumbing fixtures that are actually put into this particular apartment, let's say those are about $300. $250 toward dishwasher, refrigerators, washing machines, $700 HVAC and thermostats, $200 coming from the water heater. So these are all numeric values coming that are actually going toward that utility cost each year. And then let's say about $200 in lighting. So those are plumbing, appliances, HVAC, water heater, lighting. Those particular costs are building up to this $1,650 of annual utility costs for apartment A. So this is a non-energy certified home. So let's look at the next apartment and compare the two here. Okay, so apartment B. This one actually is a Energy Star certified apartment home. The annual utility cost for this particular home is $975 a year. So we have plumbing fixtures from $300, it's down to $195. Dishwashers, let's see, we have those at $250, HVAC $700, water heaters $200, lighting $200, and now those have been brought down a lot more. So as far as what is contributing to that bill. So the total here, like you're looking at all those total together, usually, especially with the lighting we use too. The lighting we use now in all of our apartment homes are all LED lighting. The water heaters are a lot more cost efficient. You have more control over the way the apartment homes are heated and cooled and how we're able to give that consistent temperature throughout the apartment home. And then even the appliances we are using, the Whirlpool stainless steel appliances that are all energy efficient. Those all help bring your utility costs down a lot more than an apartment home that is not. So we're looking at a savings up to about $675 a year. Or if you're looking at it monthly, it's about $55 a month. So when you look at a savings, the yearly savings, $675, that's almost half of someone's rent each month. So that's actually pretty cool that the way they design the apartment homes is actually keep those utilities down. Okay. So we're almost done with our training, guys. I just want to make sure you guys are aware of different tools and references you can use in order to get any of these Energy Star collateral, marketing material, or just references. So if you go to EnergyStar.gov, that's going to be the main site for Energy Star. There is also a YouTube video that looks very much like the one I have on the screen here. That's a YouTube video that is W3 specifically made. And if you just go to YouTube and you search W3 Luxury Living Energy Star, it'll actually pull up that particular video. So this is a great video to actually put into your emails if you're following up on some of your prospects and kind of letting them know, hey, just let you know, I know you're still making decisions, but our property actually is an Energy Star property if you want to wear, and you can actually watch this quick video on how it's actually going to help you save money. So that is actually it's a great tool to use. And then for new hires, or just in case you kind of forget which particular things at your community are Energy Star certified, you can go to your property website. If you go to the amenities section, it'll actually tell you which particular items are Energy Star certified, as far as amenity wise. So those are some great tools for you. I'll actually email you guys a couple of different document handouts that you can print out if you need it. Okay. So before we end today, do you guys have any questions regarding Energy Star, or some of the things that we kind of went over?
Not that I can think of currently.
Okay, awesome. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, thank you guys for attending. So I think we still have Kai on the phone. So Kai, just so you know, I'll be sending out a post quiz, a very short one. It's not going to be like a long one where you'll have to answer, just to kind of make sure you guys got your attention off in today's training. I know it's just a quick 30-minute one, but any little training helps. And then we will be having a contest for the property that submits either the best, coolest, creative, whatever video you want to send that, where you can do like a mock sales with somebody, or just a quick little segment where you're actually showcasing how you sell Energy Star to a prospect. So we'll be sending that out, the contest rules and stuff. So just kind of in the back of your mind, kind of get some ideas of what you think would work for your community and who wants to be the star of the video. And we'll make sure that we have marketing reward the property with the best video. All right. And Kai, so you had, just like make sure I get the gift cards correctly to the people there. So it was you, Janine, and Kim, correct?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, sir. Well, you have a great rest of the day. I will see you guys soon, and I'm going to stop the recording.
All right, Eric. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you soon.
Bye-bye.